Jeremiah chapter 36. In the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, the king of Judah, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Take a scroll and write on it all the words that I have spoken to you against Israel, Judah, and all the nations, from the day I first spoke to you, during the days of Josiah until this very day. Perhaps the people of Judah will hear about all the calamity I intend to bring upon them, and they will turn from their wicked ways. Then I will forgive their iniquity and sin. So Jeremiah summoned Baruch, the son of Neriah, and Baruch wrote down on the scroll all the words of the Lord that Jeremiah had spoken to him. Jeremiah then instructed Baruch, I am confined, unable to go to the house of the Lord. Therefore, you must go to the house of the Lord on a day of fasting and read aloud the words of the Lord from the scroll that you have written at my dictation. Also, read them to all the people of Judah who come from their cities. It may be that they will plead with the Lord and turn from their evil ways, for great is the anger and wrath that the Lord has pronounced against this people. Baruch, the son of Neriah, carried out Jeremiah's instructions. He went to the house of the Lord on a day of fasting and read aloud from the scroll the words of the Lord. He read them in the chamber of Gemariah, the son of Shaphan the scribe, which was in the upper court, at the entry of the new gate of the house of the Lord, and he read them to all the people. When Michaiah, the son of Gemariah, the son of Shaphan, had heard all the words of the Lord from the scroll, he went down to the king's house, to the scribe's chamber. And all the officials, including Elishama the scribe, Delaiah the son of Shemaiah, Elnathan the son of Achbor, Gemariah the son of Shaphan, and Zedekiah the son of Hananiah, and all the other officials, were sitting there. Michaiah declared to them all the words he had heard when Baruch read the scroll in the hearing of the people. So all the officials sent Jehudi, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Cushi, to Baruch, saying, Take in your hand the scroll from which you have read in the hearing of the people, and come. So Baruch, the son of Neriah, took the scroll in his hand and went to them. They said to him, Sit down and read it in our hearing. So Baruch read it in their hearing. Now it came to pass when they had heard all the words, they looked at each other in fear and said to Baruch, We must surely report all these words to the king. And they asked Baruch, Tell us now, how did you write all these words from his mouth? Baruch replied, He proclaimed all these words to me with his mouth, and I wrote them down with ink in the scroll. Then the officials said to Baruch, Go and hide, you and Jeremiah, and let no one know where you are. Afterward, they went to the king in the court, but they kept the scroll in the chamber of Elishama the scribe and reported all the words to the king. Then the king sent Jehudi to fetch the scroll, and Jehudi took it from the chamber of Elishama the scribe. Jehudi read it in the hearing of the king and all the officials who stood beside the king. Now the king was sitting in his winter house, and there was a fire burning in the hearth before him. And as Jehudi read 3 or 4 columns, the king cut it with a scribe's knife and threw it into the fire that was in the hearth until the entire scroll was consumed. Yet neither the king nor any of his servants who heard all these words was alarmed, nor did they tear their garments. Even though Elnathan, Delaiah, and Gemariah urged the king not to burn the scroll, he did not listen to them. Instead, the king commanded Jerahmeel the son of Hammelech, Seraiah the son of Azriel, and Shelemiah the son of Abdiel to arrest Baruch the scribe and Jeremiah the prophet, but the Lord hid them. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah after the king had burned the scroll and the words that Baruch had written at the dictation of Jeremiah, saying, Take another scroll and write on it all the former words that were on the first scroll, which Jehoiakim, the king of Judah, burned. And concerning Jehoiakim, king of Judah, you shall say, Thus says the Lord, You have burned this scroll, saying, Why have you written in it that the king of Babylon will certainly come and destroy this land, and will cut off from it both man and beast? Therefore, thus says the Lord concerning Jehoiakim, king of Judah, He shall have no one to sit on the throne of David, and his dead body shall be cast out to the heat by day and the frost by night. And I will punish him and his offspring and his servants for their iniquity. I will bring upon them and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem and the people of Judah all the disaster that I have pronounced against them, but they would not hear. So Jeremiah took another scroll and gave it to Baruch the scribe, the son of Neriah. As Jeremiah dictated, Baruch wrote on it all the words of the scroll that Jehoiakim, the king of Judah, had burned in the fire. And many similar words were added to them,